All right, it is all over. Ninyana Abanaye Ewo the Lakon Sports Stadium, the 11th FA Cup for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And Kuono etimi atam edi esina betiri so. And Kotoko and the season with a title at the end of the day. Ama bibia timi akoye de be kan se echire din ewo enkomodienum na akoso kama na ama bibia I fine Kumasi Asante Kotoko ewini by 2-1 against Klaba your friend Golden Kicks, a difficult game and you better take your time na ya ho adwuma ama bibia etimi akoso ye. So Asante Kotoko FA Cup winners 2025 FA Cup winners way and a trophy a tosso dubako al Kumasi Asante Kotoko ensa etimi now let's go to the dynamics. Well, adia ba kwa ni genius and na pole him say FA Cup awards and awards of course Ghana Football Awards move to no man special award and then Kumasi Asante Kotoko chita for trewo dosro nkopa edman and pole more on that discussion na me admo chena about Kotoko mpanimfo ne Kotoko chita for trewo do him say if Nana Pole was alive and ka sa FA Cup in ka sabrin flag edan kon wa wo him ne ba a kire se anka be akono pa na etimi aboa ama enioma etimi akoyie nti Kotoko lovely tifo over the last FA Cup no that time na Kumasi Asante Kotoko no unfortunately accident eto Kotoko ema etitafo ne etifu kama ana eso by pa and then yaye ama Nana Pole. Now, let's move on to the discussions. It is quite interesting. It's quite fun. Coach Karim Zito, after a week, a Krupon, team Nukoshe Krupon, everybody had their eye on this game. Well, there are a lot of discussions that will pop up, especially on the penalty incident, but that discussion later. Game, you know. Asante Kotoko starting 11. Coach Karim Zito started with Kamara Unel Sanyede 2 Munrano. Moved on to Abrantia. Your friend Lord Amoah at the right back. Then you have Siedu on the left back. Ablo Ansu in defense. Move away from that midfield. Obenya Abrantia, your friend Samba Unel, Intimenu and Babaya as the middle three, with the front three of Kwmae Poku, who scored the 2 goals for Asante Kotoko. Then, when Abrantia and Albert Amoah and Peter Aqua. This was Asante Kotoko starting 11 coach Eddie Wood game. So, a typical 4-3-3 system. And a coach Karim Zito. This particular game. Along the line, there were changes. Our coach Karim Zito, Emmanuel Entry Bemu, and clearly he was the game changer. Entry, Eddie a lot. Ebeshemu pa, Ebeshemu eboy. As a game, no, was well organized. Later on, Peter Akwabe Frimo, Ama Samson Edukumina, Etimi Abba game. Now the game itself, I mean. The big problem was that the biggest problem was that the pitch na enye befitting for the game. The pitch enye befitting for the game. You know, when the game started, a lot was taken away from Asante Kotoko and Golden Kicks. Amboah Amanioma Antimi Ankoye. Chese oshe pitch na the standard of the pitch na simbibri na chese insuato ama chese ball no passia na enkoye ball no pia na enkoye na chese people even asking questions say why is it that such a pitch yede ball yakwa ball such a game, a beautiful game also na otimu say na enioma enko yie kra. I mean, I was so disappointed when I saw the pitch. Question is, yenia brave boy FA Cup final. Why this pitch? Just say, yeah, bosso ball. But more on that conversation later. Now the game is still started and Kwmae Poku scored a goal. Kwame the share first goal, no. Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko a header. And a Kwmae Poku 8 PM edito atenemu. Na when the ball entered the net, now Timu say energy level no etimi aba park no so pay ye. Energy level no etimi aba park no so pay ye. But Golden Kicks, a very stubborn side, came back and equalized. Came back and equalizer. Now and also not just say we were all wondering. The game stretched to the second half. And Asante Kotoko won a penalty. Just say etimi ma game no. The other goal etimi ebe piemu ewo. Now the penalty the procedure behind the penalty. Yemfa no krenkasem. The procedure behind the penalty was very simple. Samba now NAD calculate board because clearly now Golden Kicks, which means pressure, now almost mount now nothing. So Samba picked the ball, handed the ball to Amoah. Everybody thought Amoah and now Elko ball no, at the atwa because a strike on Elko. But then before we realize, now Chesoma handing over to Abrantia. Your friend Kwmae Poku for him to put the ball at the back of the net. So that was brilliant for Asante Kotoko side. To share the strategy they applied was a delightful one. I mean, taking the pressure away from the eventual player now, or penalty kick, to allow him to have the freedom to put the ball at the back of the net. Now to the game itself. Asante Kotoko clearly based on the performance, spirit, the energy level from the Kotoko players was decent. The substitution from Coach Karim Zito was also decent, especially the part where now Oshe game now after say Samba O'Neil, Eddie yellow card. The fear was that the yellow card was somebody, taking away a year in team men from the game. We put enough pressure on Samba O'Neil. But before we realize, that was one of the biggest opportunity for Asante Kotoko, game-changing moment for Asante Kotoko to allow the team to control the midfield, dictate the pace, and keep the game going. I know, free over, that really helped Asante Kotoko dominating the midfield, creating the chances. Now, the other issue I had was the number of chances that was missed by Asante Kotoko. I mean, look at that glorious opportunity that was missed by Peter Akwa. Oshe chance here, Peter Nyaye. SS Bono, Opia to Atrem. Now before you realize, now Peter, one-on-one situation. Now unia, Eko Piabo on two baby that was definitely not the best. Now I had Jim Pay because no crane say opportunity to win Ambassa. And this was a game that we are going to give a lot of credit to Golden Kicks. Ama ometimi atoto nyoma yie. Enye easy because so check it and nyoma yie. Golden Kicks stubborn side, very omo harding into unya chance ese utimi make sure say nyoma beko yie edi amao. So clearly that was one thing I had in Asante Kotoko game. I mean, missing glorious opportunities. Ball no bar any better. Chances no emba easy. So if the chances come in and you miss them, you definitely pay at the end of the day. And that was something not a hard game. But to the tactical aspect, I mean, one player ne proud to the game, a lot of eyes won so was Golden Kicks Abrante and Da Costa who went. What a team, Amoah. Honestly, they came to the party. I mean, they did not disappoint. Amoah party mupa with every strength in them with full force. I mean, it's a whole share ball now. Enya better. Oshobi says Zakaria Fuseni. Zakaria Mumuni. Kotoko assign Zakaria Fuseni in Tiana. Ama Zakaria Fuseni in common. I am more. Zakaria Mumuni. He played very well Bless Aggie. Wonderful goal by all standard. We should go now, Branton share now. Now to say yes, and better. I mean, a delightful free kick. Very, very difficult for goalkeepers to save. I know the free or buy mamo. Now, away from that, these are some of the key issues. I'm out for a Kanwasem, which is really trending. I mean, there are key positional issues with Kotoko team, no? Clearly, the character that you expect from a big club at some point in time was missing in the game. And this is what your friend of final. When you get to the final, it's definitely going to be difficult. It's definitely going to be tough. And now the Abenyane better say Obi Babi Jaona final. Waba share 3, Waba share 4. And that was it. But keep on fighting. I mean, the referee's decision will be a big topic that people are going to discuss over and over and over again. But the most important thing is Kotoko the FA Cup. No? We need to come back to the drawing board and fix certain issues in the team. I mean, when you say free or Chineko, the team will come back to Kumasi. Players that the club will say bye-bye to them. Players are moving on. Club Nibejo players that will come in, preparation for Africa. But for now, it is a celebration time. I mean, a lot of celebration, but I think we still need to work. Team, Coach Karim Zito's future will be decided. And so a lot of things will start happening. But more on that later. So, a celebration time. Let's celebrate. But proper analysis of the season, of the game, and everything will follow in due course. Bye-bye.